Hey everybody, I'm Soul Slayer and welcome back to Committed Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a quick video on the beginnings of Elder Scrolls Online. Just a quick guide, just so you guys can jump right into it and know what you're doing. Alright, we're going to start out with customizing your character. You can obviously change the gender, you can change the voice, and then you're going to change the alliance. Alliance is very crucial because if you have friends that are already playing this game and they're all running on a certain alliance, if you pick a different alliance, you will not be able to play with them. The way they split it up into 3 separate alliances. And for the 3 different alliances, you have the Daggerfall Covenant, you have the Eldmari Dominion, and the Ebonheart Pact. Directly after you decide one of those, you have to go down to race. Race has certain perks, like each of them have individual perks. I haven't actually gone through all the races yet, but I prefer Khajiit. I don't know why, but I played that in Skyrim. I loved Khajiit, and I'm just carrying that over. But of the races that you have to choose from, we have Breton, Redguard, Orc, Argonian, Nord, Dark Elf, High Elf, Wood Elf, and Khajiit. Now, like I said, I personally picked Khajiit. I think they're cool looking, and they have a little bit of a stealth buff, which I'm a sneaky kind of player, so I like that. And then directly afterwards, you jump to class. Now, class is the abilities that your character is going to have. With all of these classes, it doesn't really matter that much because you can use whatever weapon you want. Doesn't matter what class you are, you can use any weapon: restoration staff, destruction staff, bow, dual wield, sword and shield, two-handed. It does not matter. You can use whatever and level them up. But you have the Dragon Knight, which is normally the tank. He can take a lot of damage. He has some armor buffs on him. And then we have the Sorcerer, which is your spellcaster, range stuff, that kind of thing. You have your Nightblade, which is my personal favorite. Again, the sneaky guy. You have your stealth abilities. You have your critical abilities. And then you have the Templar, which Templar is the big healer of the 4 classes that you have to choose from. He can also be very big DPS. One of my friends is a Templar, and he does a lot of DPS, but he can heal everyone at the same time. So it's nice. It's a nice rounded class. All right. Once you finish the prologue and you go into the main city, one of the things you're going to want to check out is the bank. The bank is very, very useful because it gives you an extra, I think it's 60 space that you can store stuff. You go to the bank, drop it off. But the cool thing about the bank is the crafting items that you have in there, you can actually use from the bank. You don't actually have to have them on your person to be able to use them to craft. So I usually stick all my iron, all my ores, my ingots, my style items, and all that kind of stuff. And I think I'm going to be putting out a video later on Crafting 101, which I will go through all of that kind of stuff. I'll explain all of that then. One of the big things that I didn't notice when I started out the game, but one of my friends showed me later on, was the bag space vendor. This guy is sitting way in the back by the tent. If you go up to him, you can buy bag space. For so much gold, you buy 10 bag space. You can continuously buy bag space until you hit what is the consensus online is 110 bag space in total. Each time you buy 10 bag space, the price will go up for the next 10. Next thing I wanted to talk about was mounts. I wasn't going to buy a mount until I had in-game money to buy a mount. But one thing that I realized after I broke down and bought the lion mount from the Crown store was that you actually upgrade your mount. Upgrading your mount, you can either upgrade the speed, the bag space, or the stamina. And the bag space is really cool because you have your personal bag space and then you have your mount bag space, but your mount bag space counts towards your bag space. So your personal number goes up if that mount is selected as your main mount. But one cool thing about the mounts that I noticed that is, as you level up, well, after you hit a certain point of leveling up your mount in one of those 3 categories, your mount gets an upgrade in its appearance. That it actually changes. I've noticed that the stamina boost gives my lion a headpiece, like a little helmet thing. The speed gives him wraps around his legs and like shin guards. And the backspace actually gives him like saddlebags. Really cool thing, because once you can see guys running around and they have like fully leveled up mounts and they do look really cool. So your mount does change as you level them up. Alright guys, I think that's everything I wanted to cover in this first video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it was informative. If you guys want to see something, you have some questions about some things, I have a lot of friends that play this game and we are learning it as we go, and any information I figure out, I am more than happy to share. So put a comment in the comment section down below. If you have any questions, I will, at the best of my ability, I will be able to answer them. I'm going to be putting up a werewolf video shortly because I just became a werewolf and I'm learning that now. So as I figure out information, I'll put a video up for you guys. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. And to all you gamers out there, stay committed.